Here we go.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yo, welcome to another exciting episode of
Yo, I see it.
Enough to be Dangerous.
Oh, we're live.
We got the main event. We got the big panel.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, let's get ready to podcast. Okay, we got a returnee. We got a newbie. Well, we got 3 returnees.
I'm not
to mix up with attorneys and Johnny Depp, but you know.
Ha.
Too soon.
But we only have half of.
He's got a fancy gaming chair there. Magic's.
Oh yeah, this was my original work from home chair.
Here's the problem with tonight. If Terrence is on the show with us tonight, what are we going to talk about in chat?
Oh yeah.
Oh, my alter ego will chat.
You're going to have to get in chat and
No,
basically play second person.
no, I'm not gonna do that. Hit up your brother. Chris will do it.
Is that one of those chairs that has like a built-in toilet?
No, it does have a built-in leg rest, and it lays all the way back. So when I worked my 3 to 10, 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. shift, I would sleep in this chair and take calls. And I only fell into a deep enough sleep once where I was woken up by, is anyone there? It sounds like someone's snoring. And I was like, oh, my bad. It's allergies.
Now I know when we were wrapping up last time, I think we were just starting to talk about like gear. We were gonna dabble in gear conversation, like what kind of gear we're using. And Mike said he just went out and splurged. So I gotta hear what was on his shopping list. His podcast shopping list.
So yeah, when Joey first started talking about this with me, he's like, "What's your budget?" I was like, "I'd like to keep it like $1,500 or less." I blew that on the first purchase. I went out and bought a MacBook Pro, 13-inch, the MacBook Pro. So the camera I'm using is straight off the MacBook. I bought this Deity mic. We found this mic. It's a USB mic. Then I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I got 3 different light setups around me in front of me. That probably came out to about $200. But then the next big purchase, I was like, you know what? If I'm going to make this, if I'm going to do this, I need to have kind of dual working space. So I went out and bought this big ass stand-up desk. That was probably about $700. And then I got the lights for the back there for backlighting because I knew at the time of night I needed something in the background. So yeah, I'm probably about, I think I'm like $4,200 all in around there.
Well, you look like a tenured streamer, so you
Right.
don't look like a noob to the streaming community.
Well, in all fairness, I owe that to Joey. Joey was the expert on this, and from my understanding, he consulted with you along the way to find out if what I was getting was working.
Oh, the Mac part, yeah.
Now, were you a Mac guy before this?
I mean, my work laptop is a Dell, and
The singer?
She's good. Yeah.
yeah,
I like her.
yeah, it's fantastic. But I bought this because everything else I own is Apple. Watch, phone, iPads. I have like 3 or 4 different iPads laying around this house. everything in this house. Renee uses Mac for work, so I figured if I got caught up on anything, she'd be able to fix it for me. So, Terrence, what are you working off of?
Well, I got some bubble gum, a little bit of duct tape. No, I'm running off my rig. Um, the last rig I actually built by hand. So i5 3700, 32 gigs of RAM, camera, and running a camera that was procured. Let's just say it was procured. I literally just bought when Tom hit me up about this a couple of months ago. Joey told me about it. Then when we went down to service, you mentioned it. I was like, all right, let me get in this. I got a month to be here. I'm probably gonna get vacation the last 3 weeks that I'm here. So bought the little $8 ring light from Walgreens, threw it up and said, let's go. I got enough other camera gear. I literally spent today going through all my camera bags looking for my mounts and adjustable mounts and 90-degree angle mounts so I could redo everything. And it's working, but I definitely am not going to spend that much money on another rig like that. I will probably take another rig and just make it purely for this. I like doing streamline. I'll probably do an i3, maybe another i5, but a micro tower, probably about that, or a micro system, probably about that big.
What do they call those? Like Raspberry Pi?
No, it's HP makes them. They're like elite desktops. They're like little mini workstations. I don't need all the room for the breakout boxes and all that stuff. So I just figure something small, compact, full of power. I'll probably go to Amazon and order the same lights I got when I did photography that I left Deborah. Just get some backlighting, put some LED bulbs so I can control the color.
The D word.
And
yeah, that's kind of scandalous, isn't it?
How's that
What
scandalous?
if she's watching this? Will she agree to that statement?
Yeah, seeing as I just talked to her and we just met up like 3 days ago. Yeah, she's fine. Like we literally talked about that. I was like, "Hey, you still have my flash?" Like, "Oh shit, I do." I was like, "Don't worry about it. My camera's broke. I'm gonna take a pictures in a minute."
Tom's. Look at Tom with all the audio. Whoa.
Yeah, what is going on today?
We're like
yeah.
professional.
Trying to step it up. Episode 7, we got to kick it up a notch.
We're getting there.
But Tom gave me an idea for the backdrop. I got some plans. I got some Amazon sticker kits.
What is that?
What's
Starry
wrong
Night?
with Doctor Who?
I like my Doctor Who, but
Dr. Hugh.
I want.
Is that in relation to Phillips?
No.
Phillips Hue?
I'm gonna get a backdrop, and it's gonna be hip hop album covers, and then sci-fi poster covers. I'm just gonna get different whiteboards as a backdrop, so I can just change them out.
Cool. Yeah. You could just get a green screen.
So I found my chromachrome blue screen
There you go.
that we had from way back in the day, but it's in a place that I can't get to it. It's currently buried behind U-Haul boxes.
something in that statement, I just believe.
Terrence, when are you leaving? When are you leaving?
My definitive plan is to be on the road June 1st.
Oh, wow.
And that is only if from what I've been told, most people that give their 2 weeks notice, they are allowed to work for like 2 or 3 days. And then they're like, hey, just take the rest of the time off.
They have to pay you out if they do that.
They will. I'll get paid out anyway. But if they allow me to work to the end of May, like May 31st or whatever the end of May is, then I could be gone by like June 3rd or 4th. I mean, if they let me work to the end of May, awesome. If they don't, June 1st.
Nice.
How's the
We're
stream
gonna go
looking?
Dallas.
Oh, it's final? Final?
Are you pretty certain on that?
Well, no, we're going to Dallas in 2 weeks to check it out.
Nice.
Not this weekend, but the following weekend. We got up this morning and booked the flights, which that in itself was pretty interesting. We went to Hawaii like 3-4 weeks ago, and the 2-hour flight to Dallas was about $200 more than the flights to Hawaii.
Oh, because of the time frame. Yep.
Maybe, but we
Yeah,
even
well, I've
looked
been
out
doing
like
a lot
a
of-
month in advance.
Well, yeah, but so San Diego, I'm going in for my birthday, end of August, and if I had booked a month later, would have been $1,000 a person, up to 1,200, and it's half that. Well, maybe not half, but it's considerably lower for going 3 months later instead of 1 month.
I've always noticed that just flying into California is always more expensive, no matter when. Like I booked one
I don't know if I agree
for
with that.
Mother's Day last year. Shit was like $700.
Yeah, but you're going on Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it was like a week before Mother's Day. I mean, I was going there to celebrate Mother's Day. It was like a week beforehand or a week after, and they were like, "Yeah, $700." I'm like, "Are you? Is this the 45-minute trip from Phoenix to Sacramento, straight flight?" They're like, "No, you got a layover in Utah." What the hell?
You went to Utah before going to Sacramento?
I have done that 3 times now.
I feel like that's bad shopping.
Nah, it was cost effective. Straight flights were 400. Go to Utah for 20 minutes was 200. It seems ridiculous, but
That's why the interstate outside of my house is just packed with cars all the time. I think some of the domestic flights have just the prices are either jacked up or the flights are limited or
Oh,
something.
of course it is. Yeah. I mean, that's just natural for what's going on in the country.
so like right now, yeah, it's here. I'll be the ghetto guy. I'll be the new minority, as Tom put it. I'll be the ghetto. Southwest, I could go to.
You're the only minority.
No.
You got 3 white guys here.
That's the Asian guy.
Lee Mumbai. Chick Nick Tao somewhere.
Come on now. Come on.
No, so Southwest, I could go to Chicago. $199 round trip. Sacramento, same weekend, $500.
You want to know why?
I
Yeah, he does.
Chicago's probably paying people to bring you there.
I don't know. I'll be driving anyway, so unless one of y'all wants to take a road trip and drive this U-Haul.
Hey, switching gears real quick. I just watched this week's episode of Halo. I've mentioned this before.
Episode.
I do not like that little girl. I don't like her whole storyline.
You don't?
Are you
Huh?
talking about the one
I
with the
think it
fucked
is
up
filler.
bangs?
I think it's
Yeah,
filler
with the bangs and the weird
and
eyebrows.
something wrong with her eyebrows. That's filler. It's garbage. I don't like it. I toughed through it because I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to miss anything with, Master
John?
Sergeant's storyline. But this girl's storyline, I mean, from the moment she was throwing a fit about going back to her home planet, dude, the Spartan, the black dude friend, should have just punched her in the face, said, "Go back to your room and shut up."
Okay.
Like,
You know what's happening there, right?
No, I don't
The whole
understand it.
the whole concept of the Halo show started at the height of another show that just took the country by storm. And you want to know what that show was?
Stargate.
No.
Thought
It
that's
was-
what you were gonna go with.
Fuck. Game of Thrones. That little girl is their version of Arya Stark.
no.
No,
She ain't no
I agree
Arya
with
Stark.
that.
She ain't no Arya Stark. Arya
No,
Stark.
she's not Arya. That is their version of Arya Stark.
Oh,
All
so
her entire
dude,
family
oh.
got killed. She got taken off world.
Wait,
She's trying to get back.
wait a minute. Oh, are you saying the concept of the show of Halo came out at the height of Game of Thrones?
The concept of that character, that little girl's character, is modeled off to Arya Stark
if that's what they're trying, they're failing.
because
I
there's
don't
no.
believe that.
Dude, you remember playing the game? That character is nowhere in the game. It's something that they need to fill in to give
Well, yeah,
regular
it's
people
story.
reason to watch.
Yeah, but
They
it's
could have
telling a
done something
story.
better. They could have done something
They
better.
definitely could have.
I don't like her attitude is the problem. I'm fine if you got some side plot, some filler plot, but it's painful to watch that whole storyline, that arc. It just doesn't make sense to me, and it's not believable. Like a little girl is not going to do that, and I don't know. Like I don't even think that his Spartan friend would even oblige her with her attitude. I think
That's why you have the fast forward button every time she comes on the screen. 15
Then
seconds.
you might actually miss something. That's
Yeah,
the problem.
she doesn't
with it.
bug
That's
me
the
like that. I
trap.
don't know what you're talking about.
I think she's annoying. I don't like her. Her storyline's not
I-
believable.
And,
I'm with
and
Tom.
I
I
don't see
don't-
her storyline ever tying in to the purpose of Halo at all.
You
Like
will.
Mike said, I think her character is just filler.
Yeah, but they wasted an entire episode on it.
Yeah,
Like
it was-
literally,
this
start
was
to
her
finish,
episode.
The whole episode.
I mean, they wasted a lot. I mean,
And I feel like I missed something where he gets knocked out and next thing we know he's back on the comet, and the next thing you know he's back on the planet again. Like, what did I miss there?
wait,
that was a
that's what I haven't
dream.
seen.
Wasn't that a dream?
Wait, are you
No,
talking
because
about
he
when
showed back up with a ship later on in the episode to bail her out.
Oh! You're talking about the Spartan friend. What's his name? I'm gonna because I just keep calling him the black Spartan friend.
he's the Black Spartan?
I forget his name.
Soros or
We got-
something.
We gotta
I
look it
actually
up.
thought the guy was Dave Chappelle for the longest
I
time.
know. I was like, did Dave Chappelle get buff?
No, dude, that's
What
Sticky.
is he in?
That's Sticky Fingers.
Halo.
He's Blade on the TV show.
Is he
What?
really?
Yeah, that's Sticky Fingers from Onyx.
Huh.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Do you guys want to know? Do you know the title of the stream? I mean, the podcast tonight? Do you guys see it?
I don't see it yet.
So the title is "Can a Western Take the Spotlight for Top TV Series?" What do you guys think of that title?
Can what?
Can a Western take the spotlight for top TV series?
Is this that
Only if it's a Wild Wild West
Open Range or something like that?
or Firefly.
Well, Firefly, if it were up again, that would be no matter what my favorite. No, it's not
Well,
Open
listen,
Range.
isn't a Western kind of at the top anyways between two of them, 1883 and Yellowstone?
Whoa, hey, good,
That's
good
true.
movie.
I haven't watched it.
Movie.
Well, I haven't seen 1883,
Oh, it's phenomenal.
but now I know I need to see it.
Wait, is it The Ranch?
No,
I'm down with The Ranch.
Nope,
Bridgerton.
it's not. It's no.
All right, drop knowledge on us.
Wild Wild
Billy
West.
the Kid.
What's it on?
Holy cow! Epics.
Is it good?
Amazing. Well, when I say amazing, I categorize a lot of things in the amazing category. That's just my
You do.
nature.
Okay.
If you know me at all, you know I say amazing a lot. So I'm gonna try and not use that as my descriptive. It
So,
was very good.
Is
And
it
you
like
have
a
to
limited
opt-
run, or is it a?
it's a full series.
so if you had the option of watching that or watching Doctor
Porn.
Strange, which would you watch?
Billy the Kid.
Oh,
Because
Did
he
anybody
probably
watch
saw my
Doctor
review.
Strange?
He probably saw my review.
I did
on
not see
Doctor
your review.
Strange.
Yeah.
You didn't like it?
Oh,
I gave it a mid thumb. Mid
Really?
thumb.
Doctor
Yeah.
Strange.
Ah.
he gave it the DOS boot.
How familiar with Doctor Strange are you?
I'm familiar with enjoying movies.
Why didn't you?
Okay,
what-
well, no,
what
no.
bothered
I'm
you?
asking for a reason. I'm not
Oh,
disqualifying your opinion.
no. Here's the reason. The reason I have a problem with the movie is because, I mean, clearly Scarlet Witch is too powerful. She cannot be stopped in this movie, and it's futile. Like
Futile.
you just become like, okay, there's nobody that's gonna stop her. So they're gonna have to resort to they're gonna have to convince her to stop on her own. is what it boils down to.
So basically, she put a dark willow. She needed to have a Xander.
Wow.
Pull her back. Throwback.
Wait,
Who
how many
got
people know Dark Willow? Did you, Mgyx, you don't answer.
I
have
don't.
no idea.
That's awesome. That was a nice nugget.
I'm assuming it's a Buffy reference.
It is.
It is.
I thought it was
The
Charmed.
best Willow is the Dark Willow.
I'm in
Yeah,
the middle of
but
rewatching.
that's only because Terrence is predictable to me.
Okay.
I don't think I'm that predictable.
To me,
He answered it, and he had no clue. That's predictable. You can't.
All right, my
You
question
can't
is this.
refute that.
I never watched any Buffy shows when I lived with Mike. Think about it.
How
I
do you
feel
know?
like I'm gonna have to disagree with that, bro. You were
I don't
all about. Listen, no,
All right,
I'm,
hold on,
I'm,
hold on.
I'm,
Before you
calling
say
BS
that,
on that.
I honestly don't remember having cable TV when I lived with you.
Oh,
we
stop
lived
that!
together.
Stop that!
I remember
Damn.
playing Need for Speed, Bastion shitting in your bed.
No,
Like I
listen,
said, I don't
You're
remember
not
how
getting
Kevin
away
Cooking-
from. You're not getting away with that. You just,
But I don't
that's not
remember
gonna
watching
happen.
Buffy.
First of all, that wasn't the day of streaming. One, two. Every time I turned around, you were watching some version of Stargate, Buffy, Angel, something like that. Kind of stuff was always on. I get up at 3:00 in the morning. You'd be out there watching one of those shows. So you talking about falling asleep in your chair? Also, that is not outside of the norm for me. You always
Hey.
fell asleep in your chair.
I
It wasn't uncommon to get up at 7:00 in the morning and go to work, and Terrence would be asleep in his chair.
Watching the CW.
Yeah.
I will
Was
give
it
you
even called the
everything.
CW back then?
Or the WB? Was it the WB back then?
Yeah.
Everything
Oh,
that he just said
Smallville.
is true, and I can attest to.
Hey, at least he's got good taste.
There's little
I like all
nuggets
those
of
shows you named.
information that I don't remember. I don't remember watching Buffy. Star Trek, yes. Stargate, yes. Probably Atlantis, yes.
You know,
Regular
that's
But I
weird
Atlantis?
for
don't
me.
remember watching
that-
Buffy there.
That's weird for me to hear because I was the one that was always on drugs, not you. What happened there? How
I
do
hit
you
my
not
head.
remember?
I hit my head. I mean, that's why I said there's certain things I'm like, dude, I think I have memory brain damage because there's certain things I just don't remember.
I mean, I've got Mad Cow.
I mean, I could have mad cow.
What are the symptoms?
I don't know,
Memory
holes
loss.
in the brain.
Memory loss.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I mean, all you need,
Spontaneous sleep in your
out of-
chair.
out of all those TV shows, though, Mgyx, you just need to add in Firefly into the rotation, and that's pretty good
Yeah.
rotation.
I've already rewatched Firefly like 5 times.
That's
I
not
own the
difficult
entire
to do. It has
series
what,
and
3
Serenity.
episodes?
No,
That has 9.
technically 10.
The movie?
No, there's a 10th episode that didn't get aired and it got half recorded. BBC played it, the United States did it.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. I own the DVD set.
What's your number one
My number one
Where'd you go
TV
to?
series?
of all time?
Firefly.
I can't say that.
One episode, one series, and that's your number one. That's your number one
That's
show.
my number one.
Firefly was a badass
By
fucking
far.
show. But man, there's so many others.
Yours, Mike?
Ooh.
I can't narrow it down.
I think I got to stick with. I still to this day think I like Battlestar.
Wait, which Battlestar?
Mando's my number 2. Firefly's my number
not the
one.
original. Yeah, listen. For me, you got to understand. I put Star Wars. Anything Star Wars always lives in its own separate category. We talk about greatest movies of all time. It's automatically a given. I'm going to say something Star Wars. So I automatically
Pause.
disqualify that from the
Pause.
conversation.
You cannot say that because we had a discussion. Mike, what is your favorite movie?
Outside of Star Wars,
No, a favorite movie is just a favorite movie. It encompasses everything, even
I mean,
Star Wars.
I typically will tell you that I got 3 favorite movies outside of Star Wars.
I could probably name at least one of
I bet I mean,
them.
you were with me when we saw a lot of them. So, The Matrix,
Okay, yes.
Top Gun,
Okay. And Major
and
League.
and and Major League.
See?
Yeah, I knew Major League.
Yeah, TV shows. I can't go to one. Because I watched Battlestar Galactica, Firefly, Star Trek Voyager, Enterprise. DS9 took me the longest to watch because I just thought that the black guy, the captain dude, Cisco, just every time I watch him, I think of Hawk. Because he was on another show a long ass time ago. Avery something. I just didn't like his character. But Buffy, I'm literally in the middle of rewatching Angel right now because the pandemic is just like ain't shit on to watch. Or I binged it in 2 days.
Well, I mean, out of the two, Angel's definitely my favorite. I love both, but Angel,
Tom,
especially the beginning of Angel.
what's your all-time favorite show?
Heroes.
Yeah, we've talked
Really?
about
Yeah,
that.
he was obsessed. Yeah, Tom was obsessed with Ariel.
I do
I would-
remember
Wait.
that actually.
I was so obsessed with Heroes, I would scour, and this was back when, I mean, it was, what was it, like 12 years ago, maybe around that time, but I would scour the entire world for trailers for next week's episode. And sometimes like I'd find them in like Canada or like the UK. Like other countries showed different footage in their trailers, and I was like, I just needed to know what was going to happen. It's like, what's going to happen next week? I cannot wait till next Monday night on NBC at 9 p.m.
I mean, Heroes is in my
Which
top
did
10.
which did you prefer,
I
the
like
original
Heroes.
Heroes or the reboot?
I mean, I prefer like season 1 of the original. Season 1, and then maybe early on season 2, like when Peter Petrelli had his powers, that was good. When they took his powers away, it kind of started to go down in the wrong direction.
Absolutely agree.
It did jump the shark a little bit.
It's kind of like how Angel did. I
never
witnessed
watched
the
it.
moment when Angel jumped the shark, and I was like, I just got to power through these episodes. And then
Well-
it picks up when they move into Wolfram and Hart. And
Yeah, it did change a lot. When he lost his assistant, that was a bummer.
oh yeah, Cordelia.
No, not Cordelia, the demon.
Are you talking about when Fred gets possessed and turns into the blue,
Not
blue
Fred.
man girl?
No, his first assistant that would pop out with the spots. He was amazing. I forget his name though. I'm horrible with names.
George. So I watch it on Amazon Prime, and they have the little Prime extra info, like the bonus features. So you know why he got fired? He got fired because he was a drug addict.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They spent all of that time from episode 1 trying to get him off drugs and interventions.
Well, I've heard he's passed away too.
He passed away a year and a half after he got fired.
Okay. I thought he passed away, and that's why. And
Doyle, that was his name.
Doyle. Yep.
But now
One of
let's
my
keep it to
favorite
the
characters.
keep it to the past year though. So if you had to pick something recent, what's
Oh,
like
that's
what
easy,
would your
too.
favorite show be in the past year?
Mando.
Did Mando have a season?
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
it's had 2 seasons.
Technically, I think 2.5.
Well, you
Because
can't
the
really
end of
count that.
Oh.
No, you
was all
can't
about
count that.
Mando.
Even though they stole the show,
Yeah,
You can't
he
count
stole
that as a
he stole
Mando
Boba
season.
Fett's spotlight.
Yeah, I was like,
I was actually kind of disappointed with Boba Fett.
I was too.
I was.
Well, until
I mean, I
Mando
still
showed
liked
up.
it. Don't get me wrong. I
Oh, yeah,
still
I
like
did
it.
too. Listen,
And I would-
I'm not. Like I said last time, Star Wars fans are the most toxic fan base. So I'm not going to be that person. Just in the realm of what was Star Wars, I was underwhelmed with Boba Fett. I've enjoyed the hell out of it. Again, if I step outside of Star Wars, Yellowstone.
never got into it. I'm
Oh.
trying to think of what
Oh, Oh, we've got comments.
Terrence, I
here.
forget. Did you enjoy Sons of Anarchy?
Up until season 3, I think.
Really?
It's when I stopped.
Really?
When people in the club were like, well, that's not what the Sons would do, I was like, eat a dick, I'm never watching the show again. When real life people in motorcycle clubs and we're at events and shit, I'm like, well, the Sons would have done this. Fuck you, I'm done with this show.
I enjoyed the entire show.
Nope, I didn't like it. It was
Even through the gruesome
think
parts in the end.
I think I'd left the club by the time season 3 rolled around. Joey and I were going to bars trying to hawk rings at showing of Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, and that's the other thing.
I
That's
made a
funny
bunch of
bring
money
that
doing
up.
that.
There were members that were like, hey, how do we get these rings? Where's everybody getting these MC rings from? And I'm just like, I was like, I know Joey was doing them. I was like, you guys should figure out that Sons of Anarchy shit on your own.
We weren't casting our own rings. We were just...
You're reselling.
Yeah, we were buying rings from China and...
China.
But yeah, they wanted the hookup. And they were like, Magic, didn't so-and-so used to do it? I was like, nah, I don't know. No habla inglés.
So, yeah, the casting was Corey.
Right. So
that's right.
I let them go the long way around it. It never got that. All the accessories that everybody used to do with the club, it's not me. I never got into the rings, the chains, and everything else. The spikes on everything.
Listen, I'm not even. I'm gonna fully own that one. That was all me.
I'm like, dude, even if you're not right, if your bike tips over, you have like 10 puncture wounds.
Yeah, but most of my spikes were rubber spikes. Like the stuff like on my helmet, that was all rubber spikes.
Yes, I'm talking
I
about
still
the
have
ones on
that
your
helmet.
bike. Oh, I saw it. I remember walking out and like grazing your bike, like barely touching it, and I think
Tom,
somebody was
you
like,
still
"Why
got
is
a
your
bike?"
leg bleeding?"
No, I sold mine a few years ago. I had that Kawasaki 636. Yeah.
The white one, the white and black one, that was a dope bike.
Yeah, I finally sold it.
Bike.
I probably had it for like 5 years, and I sold it with, I think, 590 miles on it.
Wait, what happened to your R1 or your
Jesus.
R6?
I
You
mean,
got rid of that
the
to get
R1, I sold the R1 about a
You
year
sold it
before
right
I bought
before.
it. Yeah, I sold it, well, like a year before, and then I started to get that itch again, and then I just bought that 636. But I miss it. No miles.
Does
Yeah,
anybody?
bike.
So none of us have a motorcycle at all now.
Joey, you sold your bike too?
I don't want to talk about it. It got repoed.
So I'm
I
gonna go
let
ahead
it get
and say the
repoed though.
boys.
I let it. That's when we did I filed for bankruptcy years ago, and it was going to get taken either way.
Gotcha.
Oh, I just
Let's
put the
see.
spotlight
Was that
on
in
you.
Arizona?
Yeah.
I don't know why I don't remember that.
But it was when we lived next to each other right after you moved.
You know,
I
when
sold my what?
I was gonna say when the Rent-A-Center truck backed in and took all his shit. That was when that happened.
I can't believe you guys aren't asking about Billy the Kid when I'm like talking that much about it.
Well, we're
All
gonna
right,
go
let me
watch
ask
it.
you this then.
We got to go
Is it
watch it
worth-
now.
Is it better than Young Guns?
Hey,
You
we've
can't
got
compare it to Young Guns. It's
Is
different.
it better than Tombstone?
you guys
No
got to
way.
check out the chat real
different.
quick.
It's
Uh-oh.
different. You can't compare them.
Hold on.
Wait, what? Oh, Mike.
No, the chat.
I don't even know how to see the chat.
Can you? I deleted it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's funny.
We got our first sponsor.
Right?
Oh, it's gonna be that
It
kind of
said,
channel.
"Hi, I'm waiting you on 18 plus stream."
All right, Joey. Who's in it? Anybody we know?
No.
Any
Where's
hot
it take
women?
place? New Mexico?
Any nudity?
Yeah, well, it's Billy the Kid. Come on.
Yeah, so it's in New Mexico, right?
A lot of it, yeah.
Do you know it's
TV
filmed in New Mexico?
TVMA.
You know what it looks like it is? It's hard to tell though because you can tell that they've created these towns. They're very desolate towns, so it's only a few buildings, so it would be very easy to create. So far,
How many?
but everything is just amazing looking. They did a really good
is this
job
the
on it.
first season?
Yeah, it's only at episode 3. Saturday nights is when it airs.
So that's what I was asking. Is this going to be a limited series, like it's only going to be one season, or are they going to have multiple seasons, or do you know yet?
Well, I mean, who knows? If I can't have anything to do with it, I want it to keep going so far.
Well, you know how it ends, right?
Yeah, I do actually.
Oh, so it's a documentary?
So there's a funny thing about that. I was talking to somebody at work about there was a period of time where I guess society was just all about making movies where everybody already knew the end. Like Titanic, we knew how it was going to end. The OK Corral, Tombstone. Like, why are people obsessed with all these movies? They already know they're going to die in the end. Like,
Yeah,
what was
but
the point?
making the movie for the parts in between is what it's all about.
The
I
Journey.
mean, Tombstone, you know how it ends, but how good a movie is that?
Well, Tombstone is just good on its own.
Listen,
And that-
anything with historical context, is going to, even if you don't know the story, you know how, if it took place in the 1800s, people are going to die. Like, that's
That's
just going to be
true.
the end of the story.
Unless they
That's a
vampers.
fact.
Well,
That's true.
yeah, unless they're Buffy, the Dark Willow or whatever it is.
On the
Could live
WB.
forever.
Saturday night.
Yeah, but Dark Willow just took a big flop in her career.
Not really.
Something's on.
Yeah, she's had all sorts of issues.
How, look,
It-
don't
isn't
talk
she
about my
the-
future ex-wife.
Isn't she the one that was on How I Met Your Mother?
Yes, Allison
Yeah,
Hannigan.
she was on it. Yep.
Yeah, she had a. I mean,
No,
That
but
show
she's
went on for
struggling.
years.
Yeah, look her up though. You'll see that she's. I mean, I love her. Don't get me wrong here. I'm not wanting her to be bad.
and
But
she's
she's had some
band camp
struggle.
girl.
Yeah,
Right.
she's the Bandcamp girl.
I'm saying there's been far more people that have made bigger waves than Allison Hannigan has.
I mean, look at the outside of Angel himself. I mean, look at the stars from the shows. Bottom line is she's done better than others. On
Not
those
by a whole
series.
lot. Her and David Boreanaz
Well, David has
is the
made
top.
a huge career for himself.
Yeah,
Right.
he's still going on a show that nobody watches.
Exactly.
So, Mary, I was telling you about the pandemic. There was
He had
nothing
3
much.
shows that nobody watched.
I finally watched SEAL Team, whatever that show he's on. I was like, holy shit, this is actually a pretty good show.
SEAL Team 6 or whatever.
I tried to get into it and just that guy. I'll never not see him as Angel, and I felt like he was a terrible actor in Angel. So
See,
even,
I saw him as the dude from Bone, so I had to get buffer.
even after that, like
But
could
I
just
agree.
see-
He's not the best actor.
I thought he was Angel in Bones, and I was just like, "Oh, you're a terrible actor here." And then
Brooding.
SEAL Team 6, and I was just like,
The
"Oh, you're still
Brooding,
a terrible
yeah.
actor."
But I thought it was a good show. But new shows, The Boys. Probably
It's a good show.
said favorite new shows in the past year.
No, no,
Voice.
it's a good show.
I can't think of
Have you
them.
not
They're
watched The
best shows
Boys?
I watch.
Are you
Mike,
saying The Voice?
The
No,
Boys.
The Boys. Amazon show, the superheroes that fuck people up.
BOYS.
Yeah, it was all right. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I think it's quality.
I mean, there's also Vox.
It's not my
Machina,
favorite.
I just
a
finished
couple shows
Ozark.
on Netflix.
I need
can't
I need to
it.
watch Ozark. I haven't started the final chapter.
Joe, did you say you didn't like it?
I loved the first season. I thought it was the most amazing show the first season.
And that's
The
it.
what show?
And then the second season, I just couldn't get into it.
Interesting. You have a history of doing that. Tom,
I
don't you
do, I
live
do.
near the Ozarks?
I would say I do. Yeah, I think.
You're very close to the Ozarks.
Yeah, like a couple hours away.
He's the state above the Ozarks.
Have you ever been?
What state? What state above the Ozarks?
You are the state above the Ozarks.
No, I'm next to the Ozarks.
Missouri.
I'm in Illinois.
Yeah, you're above it to the side a little.
You're thinking
So
of
for the guy
Iowa.
that has no interest in really in the show, or that never did when it came out, tell me what's the appeal of the Ozarks of the show.
Oh, I got some breaking news, guys.
Oh shit. Let me give you the spotlight.
Guess
Go.
what police force busted the Florida escapee and the prison guard?
Alabama's.
Nope.
Mississippi.
Evansville.
Really?
They were here in Evansville on the Highway 41 in a high-speed chase, and our police stopped them.
Were you housing them, Joey?
Yeah,
No.
Joey. Tell us
Were you
about
on the side of the road like those people in
So
Smokey
the
and the
chick
Bandit?
killed herself, and the guy's in custody.
We love you, Bandit. Did you lift up your shirt? Show your
Yeah,
titties?
I did. Well, I did the other one, pulled them down, but
Oh.
yeah, they got stopped tonight at like 3 hours ago.
Well, you should
Were
have
they at the
started with
gas
that. That
station?
was big news, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
don't
was
know why
pretty
we
big.
didn't start with that.
I know, it's pretty big. But I'm impressed that this podunk town is the town that got them. It's kind of cool.
Evansville's not
can't-
podunk. Evansville's like 100,000.
Well, compared to what I'm used to, it's podunk. It's not New Baden podunk, okay?
Though that's not possible.
It's not
Right.
Sierra Vista.
That's what I'm waiting on.
Sierra Vista is bigger than
Sierra
New
Vista
Baden.
comparison.
Sierra
It's
Vista is
Sierra
like
Vista.
oh yeah, it's like 20 times bigger than New Baden, my little town.
Really?
Yes. His town is podunk.
So you're more like Watuka City then?
Tell him
Maybe.
that law. What's that law there in New Baden?
Tell them about the gun line.
What law?
Dancing?
You have a
You're-
dancing law?
We're not allowed to have school dances, and you're not allowed to play music. Wait, you're
I've
getting
seen
we're
this
getting us.
movie.
No. What is the law that's funny though in your town?
Our sponsor's back, Joey.
Oh, I can't remember.
Oh, jeez.
Well, we might as well contribute. Is that one of our subscribers? Is that what's happening?
They're waiting on you.
Can we join them into the like? I can add another window to this chat.
Not on this channel. That'd have to be on your OnlyFans channel.
I still can't figure out how I got into the chat before.
What, in the OnlyFans chat?
I just made-
Subscribe.
I
No,
made other Mike D a moderator.
Oh, okay. No, that was on Terrence's Grinder account.
I know. Get it
No,
right.
it was something else going on in your Grinder account.
Mike D has been one of my moderators for many years. Other Mike D.
Season 3 of Pornhub, right there.
Ah. Hey, I have a question for you guys.
What?
Whoa.
What this time?
Come on, spit it out.
All right, you got the
Jesus.
spotlight. He's got the spotlight.
All right. Tom, are you allowed to gamble on like any of the sportsbook apps? MGM, FanDuel. Is that legal in Illinois?
I think it is. I think it's legal. I've never tried.
Yeah, I've
Joey?
never looked at it either. I mean, we have casinos here. I would imagine we could.
I mean, we had them in Arizona, but we only got sportsbook gambling legal this year.
Oh, really? I mean, we
Yeah.
have casinos that aren't even Indian reservations.
It's because it's not
Really?
Arizona. You don't.
Yeah.
You can have a casino on a non-Indian reservation. You know that, right?
In California, you have to be an Indian reservation.
Yeah, most states you have to be on Indian reservation.
I know what
think.
you're talking about, Saga.
Most states is not all states, though.
Well, I do my gambling on Robinhood.
I mean, same difference here lately. Everything's crashing.
Or Coinbase.
So what?
Yeah,
Okay,
same. Coinbase
So move
as
forward
well.
with what you're thinking here. I want to hear.
I was just wondering if any of you guys gamble.
Oh,
How
no,
bad you're
I don't.
losing.
No.
I mean, I go to the casino on date nights. That's me and Danny. That's what Danny and I do for our date nights.
Riverboat.
always-
Does Danny win all the money?
She won the first time like $450.
It's pretty good.
But last time I walked out with 300.
Yeah, Renee almost always is the one that. If I go gambling and Renee's not with me, I typically will have good luck, which isn't very often. Like I do almost nothing if Renee isn't involved, unless it's golfing. But Renee always wins, and she
Wow.
always wins big.
Does she?
Yeah, Terrence, are you frozen?
No.
No, I see his eyeballs moving. He's like Drax. He's just sitting there. His eyes are moving around, but his body is staying still.
I am so still.
He's blending in with his Doctor Who poster.
I thought that
No,
was Starry
Chinese
Night.
guys.
I had a question, and
Yeah.
it may be
Where's your
weird.
board?
No, this is. I didn't write this down yet. I still have old shit on there, but so this started for me, like I've been waking up in the middle of the night more to go pee, and when I do that, sometimes I don't put my glasses on or I don't turn the lights on, so I'll go just sit on the toilet and pee. And then it just evolved to like now I just always sit on the toilet. I mean, when I'm home, I just always sit on the toilet to pee. Of course, when I go out in public, I never do that. I never sit on the toilet anyway. I don't even sit on the toilet to shit. I just shit. But yeah, so what's the am I like losing out on manhood or something? Or is that getting to be more acceptable? Guys sitting down to pee.
I don't do it. Does
I
anybody
definitely
else?
think you're losing some points there, buddy.
That depends on how the joint subcommittee meeting has fared.
Oh, so
Whether or not
Magic
they
is
get
saying he sits in peas.
No. If the joint subcommittee is coming to a close and is saying, yes, we're going to pass this notion, yes, I will sit down and pee because that's going to lead to a shit. But if the joint subcommittee has said we are still in convening, no, I just stand up and piss.
So you don't.
You might
so
need to get your checked out because I know if I need to poopy doop well before going pee.
I used to, but when I was in the hospital, all of that got thrown off.
poopy doop.
Everything got thrown off. Like they had me on so many different IVs and with the valley fever, and I was throwing up so much. I was on a restricted diet, and when I got out, the only thing I could eat was salad. So that knowing well beforehand that, hey, I got to take a shit, that doesn't happen anymore. It's still not back to where it's at. It's just like, hey, how you doing? We're going to take a shit. You got 5 minutes.
Okay, so nonetheless, you sit down to pee.
I sit down to take a shit.
No, but
If
you
I
don't
don't
know
have
if you're going to
I'm
shit or not,
standing up
so you
to
sit
take
down
a
to pee. So that's 50-50 though.
Okay.
Do you
that's
transition? Like, do you start to pee and then when the turtle sticks his head out, do you sit down while you're peeing? What do you do? Or you pinch
No,
it?
you got to rush one or the other.
All right. I see. I'm just telling you right now. At home I just started sitting down to pee. Now I can scroll IG. Now I can scroll TikTok.
That's the reason why I don't sit down to pee.
Yeah, I just
If I know if I
it's
get
quick
pissed,
and done for me.
sit down, I will end up sitting there scrolling IG. Next thing you know, my legs are falling asleep because I've been sitting there watching TikTok videos and everything else, and I just had to piss.
Yeah, but then you get all the drips out. You know, it's like, to me, it just seems to work out. There's no foul to me. It's like no harm, you know.
I mean, I guarantee my wife would give me brownie points if I did that because I spray the wall.
We'll
with
see.
the
There's
splash.
another thing right there. You're probably pissing all over the floor and you don't even realize it.
No,
I
no,
realize
it
it.
splashes.
I
know I
understand
do
what
it.
I'm doing. Yeah.
Yeah, my socks are wet. I know.
Well, first
It
of all,
doesn't
now you're
splash
implying
at
that
me.
we
It
wear.
splashes
Hold
away
on.
from me.
We need to unpack even that statement because now you're implying that you wear socks to bed.
Do you really?
Do you wear
I-
socks to bed too?
I do. Yeah, my feet get
Aw.
cold. My feet get cold.
No. This is further. That means Tom gets black naked. Everything but the socks. In case you got to run.
Wow.
All
We
right, so
literally have
I sit down to pee and I wear socks to bed.
Coming into tonight, I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to share this. I'm going to share this podcast with people that I work with." Going out of this night, I'm not sharing this podcast with the people that I work with.
Well, somebody shared it with XYZ Naked HD. She's waiting
said-
on her.
Me.
We'll take whatever sponsorship we can get.
No,
He's
but
just, we'll take
see,
any
the more
sponsorship
serious
we can get. He
concern-
just won't share it with coworkers.
see, the more serious concern was how many times you get up in the middle of the
Yeah,
night to go
buddy.
pee.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
I could
that's
fight the
actually
urge
another
if I
question.
wanted to. If I wanted to, I could not get up.
So do you get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom just to watch TikTok videos? And how long does this last?
Oh
No.
yeah.
That's not how it started. It started by just getting up in the middle of the night, going to the bathroom, sitting down to pee. That way, I didn't make a big mess. Because you know those early morning pisses, right? I mean, that could be, like
yeah, you don't know
said,
where it's gonna go.
yeah, that first piss of the day. Yeah,
Gamble.
right. Or you get that V stream.
Yeah, but that's not. Right, first of
Ne-
all,
ne-
jump the
You got to
beast
pinch
cream.
it off.
Like,
Yeah,
all right.
we've lost control. I could see the look on Joey's face.
How
right
is
now.
it? How is it a first piss of the day, but you woke up in the middle of the night?
Well, I mean, what if it's 3 a.m?
That's not. That's in the middle of the night. Actually, that's bedtime.
I mean, I might go to the bathroom once a month in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't.
no.
I don't.
No.
I don't go at all in the middle of the night.
Oh my
And
God.
that's
fact,
because
That's how I know my diabetes is out of control. If I have to get up in the middle of the night, I don't even
Yeah.
have to test my blood sugar. I know that my diabetes is out of control. If I
Yep.
go to the bathroom
Yep.
in the middle of the night.
Well,
same here. It doesn't happen ever since
So what
surgery
we've learned here is Tom might have diabetes.
or prostate issue.
or both,
Ooh. Maybe.
Mm.
and then some.
You are at that age, Tom. Aren't you supposed to get checked for that, or have you already done that?
Yeah, no, I need to get checked. I got the box. You know, I got that box that I'm supposed to poop in and ship it off UPS. But
Yeah. They tried to give me one of those, and I thought that was strange.
it's strange. But I'm gonna do it.
Poop in a box.
It's a thing.
I wondered how it's
Hey, what
done.
if it's too much? Or
Yeah. it's-
okay,
Yeah, what
let's,
if you can't
Listen,
stop it? Like,
let's change topics.
yeah, yeah. I'm good with moving on.
all right,
So,
favorite comedy.
favorite
TV
dessert?
shows.
Chocolate pudding.
Whoa. That's definitely a weird
We just went from
transition.
pooping in a box to chocolate pudding. I don't know if that's
Favorite
much of a
comedy
transition.
show?
Hey, no, real talk. I got something for you.
Oh,
Something
okay.
very interesting that my wife learned it on TikTok. My wife shared with me this week. She comes in and she hands me this little dish, right? It's got ricotta cheese. See, the problem is now you can't stop thinking about what our previous conversation
can't.
was. So now you can't get it out of your
It's
head.
it's ruined.
So this is really bad timing for this particular
let's go.
topic, but I'm going to go. So wife comes in, something she saw on TikTok. It's got ricotta cheese with honey over it, and she hands me the little gherkin dill pickles, the small pickles, and you dip it in it. Listen, I'm telling you, it seems so weird, but it is phenomenal. Like it is, like I was very suspect when she handed it to me. I was like, I don't think so. She's like, just try it.
I
And the
will
second
pass.
I did, I was like, holy shit, this is phenomenal. Trust me on this. Create a dip. Ricotta, honey, the small dill pickles. Thank me later.
okay.
I like the ricotta.
Now, here's the problem. If you're one of these texture people and you got issues with texture, it's never going to work for you. If you're fearless,
No
if you're
issues with
fearless,
textures.
if you're fearless, go try it and then come back and tell me next week. Try it. And
I
I'll
will
dog
try it
dare
this
you.
week.
So
And you can't.
speaking of trying things like that, I had a question. Actually, I got it from somebody else.
Chocolate pudding?
Who do you not want to attend your funeral?
I don't
What do
care.
I care?
It's just
I could care less.
it came up as a question of if your loved one passes and they say, I don't care who comes up, but I don't want this person at my funeral. Fuck them, the horse they rode in on, the mama, the daddy, the great greasy granny, the whole nine.
I don't put enough energy into it to even care.
Nope. Listen, and I would tell you too that if your worst enemy shows up at your funeral, you did something right. You ended up well if the person that you don't care for shows up at your funeral.
Yeah,
That actually
seriously.
be the ultimate sign of respect.
Do you have a person, Mgyx?
No. And it was just a question I brought up. I was like, hey, this would be a good question for the podcast.
No, listen,
Yeah.
I would hope that the person that I like the least shows up. That would make that means that I ended in a good spot.
The more the merrier.
Right?
Yeah. Party. I want little people carrying my casket, my urn.
Wait,
Wow, you
What?
just
What?
you just
you
did
want
it.
the little people carrying your urn?
Come
Yeah,
on,
little
guys.
people.
You know,
You-
Don.
You cannot say
Hey,
that.
does Donald still have his thing about that?
Yeah.
I'm sure he
Donald's
does.
going to be cracking up the entire time of your funeral. That's fucked up.
What is the politically correct way to say that?
Little people.
I think that's the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the way.
Oh, okay.
6 foot, 7 foot.
If somebody has the answer to that outside of what they're saying, comment below.
I don't know how that's
But I'm going to trust them because I don't know.
I think
Listen,
I think
But I'd
Naked
like to be
HD is going to
educated
answer.
if we're wrong.
Naked HD is commenting with the answer. You have to click the link to
No,
get it.
I booted them. They're done.
click the link
booted
to
the sponsor.
get the answer. Well,
Oh, but my show, I didn't answer on my show for the past year.
Oh yeah.
No, you didn't.
Mine was a Chinese show on Netflix. It's called The Untamed. Should
Didn't we
check it
talk
out.
about that last time?
Yeah. That's my most recent memorable show. I've seen some bad ones though. You know one that was really bad? Inventing Anna. The Ruth from
You didn't
Ozark.
enjoy that?
Yeah, I liked it.
No, the problem was I thought I was waiting till the season finale that I thought she was going to undo that accent. I thought she was faking that accent to kind
As
of
soon
be
as they
cool.
went to Germany, you should have known that was.
The accent was no good. That's why I thought it was fake. And then I thought on the season finale she would say, "All right, well, no one thinks I'm rich, so oh well." But it never happened, and I was disappointed. I was like, "Oh, so
I
that
thought it
whole
was
time
really
that
well
was
done.
supposed that was supposed to be her accent the whole time. That was an awful accent." I don't know. I expected more from her. Don't take on a
thought
role
she
if you can't do
killed
the
it.
accent.
Oh, you're doing Ozarks, right?
I'm about to.
Yeah.
I was impressed with it. You know, the other one that I really enjoyed, kind of along that same vein, short miniseries. What was it? The Queen's
the
Gambit.
chess.
Well, that one was good. That one was good.
That
yeah.
was in
Yo.
a league of its own.
I did not expect to enjoy anything about chess. I don't even know how to play chess.
Oh,
I
you're a
enjoyed the hell out
master
of
now,
that.
though, aren't you?
No, God.
I'm kidding. Good. It was well done.
Yeah, I like that. one.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
Consensus.
Has anybody watched Bridgerton yet?
Nope.
Wife has. She loves it. She
The
swears
second
by it.
season?
Yes.
You
I have
don't
no
know
idea.
for sure, though. Okay.
No, I know that she loves the show. I don't know if she's caught up.
Billy the Kid. I'm telling you. I'm gonna
I'm gonna-
try your concoction. You're gonna find Billy the Kid somewhere.
Listen, I got no problem. Look at we just finished Ozark and Selling Sunset this weekend. So
The new season.
yeah,
That
Selling
blonde just
Sunset.
drives me nuts.
They're listen, they're all ridiculous.
The
But they're
the one that got
stupid.
pregnant. That one.
Christine or Christina or whatever.
I can't. She ruins the whole show for me.
Did you watch the finale?
Nope.
Yeah, she's not allowed to work there anymore.
Oh, she's not. Oh, good. Oh, maybe I will
Yeah.
watch it then, knowing
They
that.
said there's no room. That doesn't mean she's off the show.
Ah,
She's just not going to be allowed to work at Oppenheimer or whatever those
Right, for the
guys'
boys.
names are. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of finales, I watched the season finale of Picard. I don't know if anybody else saw that.
How did you feel about that? Did you foresee that coming?
No, I actually seeing Wesley Crusher brought back some
Yo.
emotions for me.
That was probably the biggest thing.
Yeah,
Like, and he actually was like, "Yeah, I used to be called Wesley Crusher. I'm a traveler." That was the big thing that everybody left off of all the movies.
That's what he
that came
was?
afterwards. Yeah, he left like
yeah, he could stop. He could control time.
oh, that makes sense now.
They opened that up in one of the Star Trek movies.
Yeah, Nemesis, I think.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hey, isn't that supposed to be the is that the series finale too?
No, they said there's going to be a season 3 now of Picard.
Oh, I thought
is
this
gonna be the
was
final
season 3.
season.
Season
They
3 will
did-
be the finale, right?
Yeah,
That'll be the final season of it. So I'm curious how that's gonna wrap up. And the only thing I could think of is, which is why I don't understand why they didn't touch on this before. This may be way too geeky. They never touch on any of the Borg that are already on the planet. There's Borg already on the planet. Like, if you go by our timeline, like 2022, there's Borg in Antarctica right now, just frozen. They never, and the Borg have been back to the planet Earth how many times? Like, why don't you go get your peoples?
I think Picard did a really good job when he showed up in Doctor Strange.
yeah.
Time traveled in that universe
Yeah, until he got his neck snapped.
in a dream.
The Dream Picard. I mean,
Wait, did we establish? Did everybody watch
I
Doctor
haven't.
Strange?
I have not watched it.
Wow, Terrence, what has happened to you, man?
I don't go to movie theaters.
You can't avoid the spoilers. There's no
I
way
don't
you
go to
can
movie
avoid the
theaters
spoilers.
either.
The spoilers
have
are
a
out
thing.
there.
That's so weird to me coming from both of you. We used to go to movies all the time.
I know,
Like,
we
that was
did.
kind of our thing.
It was.
One movie was granted the pass of 2022 to go to the theaters.
Top Gun.
And that is going to happen in approximately
Yeah, I would go to the
Days?
theater for Top Gun.
Top Gun.
I will be in the theater. I'll probably watch that movie 3 times, back to back to back.
That's been the most anticipated movie for me for a decade. Over a decade.
So I was telling Tom before, and it's going to sound stupid. When I was in the hospital and thought I was dying, I was mad. I was like, actually, no, I was telling you this, Mike. I was like, I was ready to go as long as I got to see Top Gun. And Top Gun was coming out in November. I was going to break out, go to the movie theater, watch
Mhm.
it, go back home, and just, that's a wrap. I got COVID, the mystery COVID, whatever, call me patient, 01A, whatever. As long as I got to see Top Gun. And then they pushed that shit back. And I was mad.
They had
So
to wait till going back to the theaters was normal again.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it, like 15
That's
days
too
till
big of a
release,
movie
right?
not to.
15
Yeah, it
days?
comes out on, I think, the 27th.
24th?
On
Oh,
the
27th.
27th,
Probably
the
26th.
same day as Obi-Wan.
Oh, wow.
But
Wow.
we're
I'm
talking,
on
how-
the 25th of this month. I will have been doing my job for 13 years.
Mike, and Joey, how do you guys feel about if movies just went away? Now, when I say
And
movie
replace
theater,
them with these quality of television series?
yes and no. So me, Tom, and Chris talked about it a couple of nights ago or last night. Like Alamo Draft House is the new experience where
Yeah.
you have, or Fat Cats. That's the new movie theater experience. I'm talking about the old school AMC Mesa Grand goes away.
I won't even go to a theater like that
Yeah, I
anymore.
wouldn't go to one like that either. If I'm going to a
I
theater,
like
it's
booking
gonna have
my
leather
seats. Yeah, I like booking my seats. I like the recliners.
It's got to be leather. I won't do cloth.
Now, what if all of them go away and they simply go to home theater releases?
It's fine.
I mean, I don't. First of all, I don't think that ever happens. I still think that there's too many people out in the audience that still want to see.
Yeah, they would lose money
think
too.
that
They
there's
won't
still
do
too
that
much
because
of
of the
an
money
audience
they
for it.
would
Yeah.
lose. They make way too much money still.
Yeah,
And they
I
underpay
think
employees,
that
overpay
they have.
for food.
I do think that they've probably lost some of their audience that won't come back, like YouTube. That COVID hit and you just may not ever come back to the theater again. So there is probably part of the demographic that they lost there. But it was still like we went to Doctor Strange on opening night, and there were two moments where the crowd erupted in cheers. And then when during Spider-Man, when the Peter Parkers showed up, the crowd erupted
All on top of the roof there.
in cheers. Yeah, like I think there's just too many people that just still like that movie theater.
Did they erupt when they
enjoyed
saw
that
Richard?
experience.
When they
I'm
saw
just
Richard
grossed
Reed?
out.
Yes. Well, first it was Richard Reed. There was actually a pretty big cheer when Richard Reed showed up, but there was actually even a larger cheer when Picard showed up.
Oh yeah.
When he showed up, like people were pretty excited to see Richard Reed. But
Wow.
did you have that same experience, Tom? Did people?
Oh
cheer?
yeah. Yeah, people were cheering. Yeah. Oh, see, this is probably we might disagree on this too. This has nothing to do with Doctor Strange. This has to do with the Avatar 2 trailer that played before Doctor Strange. I'm just not a fan of Avatar. I
loved
cannot
it.
get into Avatar. I don't know why. It's just like I actually thought it was a good movie, but I'm just not like
Yes.
I'm not. I mean, the story was good. The special effects were awesome, but to me,
I'll go
it's
see
just
it.
not. Yeah, it didn't.
You got to
it
mix
didn't pull
Disney
me
with
in.
movie, and all of a sudden it becomes better.
No, you know what I think the problem with it for me is I feel like what's his name? The director, James Cameron, is that who it is?
Yeah.
I feel like the guy was so douchey about Avatar, the first one, how it took him forever to make that movie. And even the second one, like it's just I feel like it was delayed for the sake of being delayed, and to the point like it's just lost. Like if it had come out a couple years after the first one, I probably would have been a little bit more hyped about it. But now it's like nobody remembers what Avatar
It's
is.
the same way I feel about Top Gun. That movie has been done for 3 years now.
Oh, I could care less about Top Gun. It's a whole different league.
Burn in hell.
Joey, you did not.
He said it. You could burn in hell. I don't. You're not.
Hey,
burning.
let's
a
go
whole
back
different
and
league.
talk about. Let's go back and talk about who we don't want at our funeral. Joey, you're banned.
What are you talking about?
You don't like Joey? Do you seriously not like Top Gun?
That's not what I said.
Oh, that's how I interpreted it.
That's what the
No
exact.
way.
He said
Oh,
top
you're saying
ramen.
Gun's a whole
cares?
different league.
You were saying who cares how long it takes to come out with Top Gun?
Correct.
Okay, all right.
I'm
Okay.
all. It's my most anticipated movie ever.
You're re-invited and our sponsors back.
Wow. Are they really?
Yeah.
I still don't see the sponsor person or the chat. So
Oh wow, they are just killing it.
Yeah.
Thank you for boosting the algorithm for us. Keep the
that's what
comments
it
flowing.
takes. I knew that secondary site I was running would pay off someday.
Wow. Yeah, kind of weird.
So what other trailers were there for Doctor Strange?
I agree with you, Tom. Avatar, I'm not. I'll go watch it, but
I'm absolutely gonna watch it though. I loved the movie.
they did Buzz Lightyear. Did they do Buzz Lightyear? In
Lightyear,
Your,
yeah, Lightyear trailer.
That looks pretty
Whoa.
good.
Is that like a pre-Buzz Lightyear, like his early years?
It's
or?
no, it's
Yeah.
like an origin story.
Yeah,
So yeah, pre-Buzz Lightyear.
Standalone.
Pre-Toy Story. Pre-Toy Story.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that'll be a must see.
I
Yeah.
think there was a Thor trailer.
Oh yeah, there
Oh.
was.
I mean, there was a very
And I-
long Top Gun trailer.
Yeah, there was for us too.
So that thing that Tom used to do with Heroes, that is what I do with Top Gun. I scour the world and the web for anything Top Gun related. It's an additional 2-second cut. I'm watching it.
Well, nowadays, you could
Yeah,
probably
it's
find
gonna
the whole
be
movie.
amazing.
I think I'm kind of like that with Star Wars stuff.
I'm with that with Top Gun and Star Trek. And if they come back out with a Stargate. But definitely Top
That would
Gun.
be a good reboot.
I think
Oh,
they
I got some advice though. If you guys, for whatever reason, if you do go to the theaters to see Doctor Strange 2, do not stay after the mid-credit little
Oh,
scene.
yeah.
You will
Complete
be
waste of
so
time.
pissed off if you stay
Yeah.
that extra 15 minutes just to see that very last clip. Everybody was pissed in the theater.
Yeah, so I actually saw it
That's
twice.
how they got you.
I saw it on opening night, and then we went and watched it last night with some people who hadn't seen it. And there was, weird enough, we should talk about this too. There was just this random lady went to the theater by herself to watch Doctor Strange, and she, after the second opening credit, she leans over and looks at me and she says, "Hey, do you think there's going to be a second credit?" I'd already seen it, and I said, "Yes, there's a second credit, but I'm telling you that it's okay for you to leave. You're going to be pissed off if you sit and wait for this second credit to come on."
Yeah, it's
And
hard
it got
not
done,
to
and she
stay
goes,
though.
"Yep,
It's
that was
yeah.
stupid."
Yeah, it's hard
Oh,
not
wow.
to. It's hard to pass up on that because normally they're very important pieces of information about the future of what's happening in the MCU.
Normally, yes.
But in this case, it is just. It's like like the Ferris Bueller thing. You know, oh, you can go now. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
real stupid.
Hey,
what-
so I want to ask you guys, the lady last night by herself watching a movie by herself. I actually think that's kind of cool. I don't think a lot of people have enough confidence, and I think it takes confidence to go to watch a movie by yourself. Has any of you ever gone to a movie to watch a movie by yourself?
all the fucking time.
I watched Endgame alone.
I've gone to a couple movies by myself.
I mean,
You-
I guarantee it's not confidence for me. I just have never bothered to go by myself.
Yeah. I used
There
to
was a
go
lady by
to,
herself when I watched Doctor Strange the other day.
I just like
The,
going with people if I'm going.
Thursday night midnight releases. I used to sit down. People are like, "Oh, we got to work in the morning." I'm like, "All right, cool. Go watch that at midnight."
Yeah,
I don't think a lot of people are willing to do it, but I always think it's cool. I always, my experience is going to a movie theater by yourself and watching a movie by yourself is, it feels weirdly liberating to just go to a theater and kick back and just watch a
As
movie by yourself.
as other people are whispering, "Who's this creepy motherfucker?"
Yeah.
I've never.
If it's a
cared to
girl,
do it.
that's fine. Oh, that chick's cool. She likes Marvel movies.
Yeah, if I was going to go to a movie, I'm gonna use my old nickname, my ride name, and that's how I would watch it by myself because it's more convenient.
What?
Bootleg.
Joey Lollypants. What?
That makes sense.
You're
That's
just
just
gonna
how I've
go-
always done it for decades.
Trust me, I know. I got a letter from the internet company once about it.
You were not one to talk.
I am one to talk.
No, you were not.
Yes, I am. I did not bootleg anything.
The fuck you did not.
Terrence, this is
So-
being recorded.
So I have 3 emails that I still have
Well, that's
from when I first
stupid.
started.
I haven't
on the
lived with
internet.
you in over 12 years.
Yeah, why would you
still have
still
my
have those
Yahoo address.
emails?
He's a
Well,
hoarder.
no. I still have my Yahoo account because I
Right.
have a bunch of emails from my dad, and I still have my Cox cable account. And it was when there was a person named Steve that lived with us. I got my first email. And it was for people who enjoyed the mafia shows on HBO. And I was like, why is Cox sending me this email?
One of the best shows ever.
Whatever. I could care less.
Sopranos? You could care less?
I could care less. I don't ask Mike. Mafia movies, that kind of shit does not interest
Oh
me at
my
all.
goodness. Great
I didn't
show.
like
Bad acting David Boreanaz shows.
Hold on.
I like bad actor shows too, but Sopranos
Goodfellas
is
movie, I
one of
can
the
get
best
down
shows
with.
ever made.
Goodfellas is probably the only one that I actually enjoyed watching, but The Godfathers could give a fuck less about. Sopranos give a fuck less about. Any of those could give a fuck less about.
What about
The
Donnie?
what's the one with say hello to my little friend? Tony
Scarface?
Montana. Give a fuck less.
Scarface.
Tom, what was that you just? Is it hoarding?
Oh,
is that
that-
what it said?
Is
Yes.
it hoarding? That was my last bullet point. Is it hoarding? Because the other day, me and Terrence were on. He pulls out. Do you remember at MCI when we'd unpack computers and they would always have a CD pack, like the compact Windows 95 CD, the instruction book or whatever? He just pulled one out of his desk drawer the other day.
What?
Oh my
That is
god.
yes, that is hoarding. I remember working in MCI and Tom taught us how to do DOS attacks on people. You could figure out who somebody's IP was sitting across the call center and win.
Oh yes. And then
Tom
they
taught us how to win new, and it was funny to watch them in the middle of a call stand up and panic looking around because the customer was still on the line, but all of a sudden their computer had just shut down. We just sit back and laugh and point and laugh.
Now that job was a stepping stone for me.
That was a legit stepping stone for you.
Yeah, Pizza Hut was a stepping stone for my personality, but career-wise, MCI is where it all started.
You're killing me,
I
Smalls.
could see that.
Terrence, did you work at MCI too?
Yeah,
Yes.
he did.
I worked at MCI.
He
Show
was
me
HP tech support.
I
Oh,
did.
yeah, that's right. I did Reader's Digest.
Yep.
I did
Did you?
MCI in Springfield, Missouri.
Oh, there's mass
did,
markets.
I did Packer Bell.
Didn't you do the Red Cross too?
Not me. I was trying to get
Maybe
to the
that was me.
Omega team because they gave away free zip drives, or I was told they gave away free zip drives.
Omega and
I was
Jazz
trying to get
drives.
to the Omega team.
Yep.
Like, no, we're gonna go ahead and move you over to HP, and then Tom told me to apply. He's like, you know enough of this shit to get in there. Just fake it till you make it. And then I decided to go get my tongue pierced when I was still under my training period. And I didn't think it was going to be as bad. I came back talking like, and they make me Tiger. And my super was like, if you can't figure this shit out, we're going to fire you. I was like, fuck. But yes, I only had one of those packs. It just was in a box somewhere.
Yeah, but
That's not, I don't think that's hoarding.
Terrence,
That's hard.
you've
Oh,
moved.
come on.
Listen, you had a bear. You don't move very often. You're the exact opposite of me, where I move
Yes.
every couple years. But you've moved at a minimum 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. At a minimum, you've moved 5 times since MCI. And it's probably more than that. But at a minimum,
Oh, yeah.
you've moved at least 5 times. Because I've been your roommate in 3 of those places.
Okay.
Bro, you went through 5 moves and kept this. It's hoarding. It's absolutely hoarding. And you're getting ready to go through
Hey.
another move. Have you thrown it out, or does it?
Let's
yeah, it's already-
let's
it's already
intervene
gone.
right now. Let's watch him throw it in the trash. Throw that
it's
throw
too
that
late.
in the trash right now.
It's too late. I've already thrown it away.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's why- that's
but,
why-
but he's taking the
No.
trash can with him.
right.
Oh,
No,
Ooh.
So you're right. I moved those 5 times, and after going and seeing my mom and seeing where I get this hoarding aspect from, I was like, I moved from the house into this 1-bedroom condo, and I
Sponsors back.
ditched everything, So now it's.
Last night he pulled out his high school ID card.
Oh yeah.
I know. He sent me a text the other day with.
So I was going through a box and it was just literally just a box of shit, letters I've got from
Well, they're blowing us up, Joey.
friends and
God.
whatnot. And there was my yearbooks there. I was like, what the fuck is in this box? So I contemplated whether or not I actually want to keep those. I mean, I really don't know if I need to keep a yearbook. But you know, that high school ID just popped out of it. I was like, hey, look at this.
No, I think you keep the yearbook. You can get rid
Yeah,
of the
yearbook.
ID,
Yearbook is not hoarding. That's a
Well,
memory.
that's where the ID was. The ID was just in
All
between
right.
the pages of the
I
yearbook.
mean, you can keep. I don't have a problem with the student ID. If you keep your student ID in your yearbook, I don't think
That's
that's
all
the
it
same.
was.
But keeping
Yeah, that's
Literally.
totally different. Not even
keeping trash, like that's what that is. That's trash.
It's trash.
What's trash? The yearbook?
No, that compact
discs.
Windows
That
95
compact
shit.
disc, again, it was something that was it was a bago of disc that I hadn't gone through, and I was like, holy shit, check this out.
That's kind of the point.
I threw it out. The difference is this. Like you said, I don't move very often. The last move I had a little bit more time. I just kind of threw it, and I had to do it all myself, like I'm doing right now. I don't have a roommate here to help pack up. I got to do all
Let's
this
take a
myself.
vote.
Hoarding.
Show of hands. Is it hoarding?
So the
yeah,
disc is
baby.
right thrown away.
Yeah, baby.
I have an original Xbox. I'm contemplating throwing that away.
Well,
So
does it
here's
work?
the difference.
Does it work? Yeah, that's my question.
Okay,
work?
then that's a little bit different. Like
But I
some
don't ever
kid,
use it.
some
But you
kid
can
will
get
probably
money
buy
for
that
that.
off for you. Yeah,
Yeah,
Take
you
it
can
to
make
Goodwill.
$100 on that.
I know it's not one of mine because I broke every single
Every
one of
single
mine.
one of yours is
Xbox
fucking
and controller
destroyed.
and TVs. I've watched it.
Oh yeah,
So, so when I
Tiger
find
Woods
this
golf.
Xbox, I'm like, whose Xbox was this? And why do I have these wired controllers? And I look at it, I'm like, oh, these must have been Mike's because they're dog chewed all over the ends of them. And I'm just like, I don't even know why these are in this box.
listen.
Yeah,
If
pretty bad.
if any piece of equipment that you have of mine that got dog chewed, then I had mercy on those controllers.
Oh, I
If they
thought
weren't smashed into pieces.
what you got Tom's got a CD wallet there. That's hoarding.
Yeah. I
Getting
was
a little
clean.
defensive, are we?
I was cleaning. I was throwing stuff out of the garage because we had some boxes that we hadn't even unpacked since we moved here.
Wait,
And,
is that your what was that service we used to rip?
Oh,
your
you
vault
you
folder?
rent DVDs? No, I have those though. I have those. Those were in a box. So
I still have all the
Safety.
DVDs I got from Phase 2. Remember that guy that used to sell DVDs at Phase 2
Yeah.
movies? I still have a whole binder of those movies. Like
And
filled.
you're
a
not.
big-
And, so wait. Pause.
They're movies.
So me
Oh,
carrying
man.
an operating system that is actually functional is hoarding. That's still sealed in
Yes.
plastic. Hold on. Him keeping a CD wallet of DVDs that can clearly be ripped or streamed
No.
from anywhere on the web now is not. And there were bootlegs to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, I could easily throw them away, but I
See, there
don't.
you go. I see. That's the problem. That's the fine line of hoarding. That.
Well, it's a
Makes
movie,
it
not
goes
an
on my
MCI
head.
disc.
So what?
yeah, you
The
can watch
movie.
it. You can still watch it. I mean, I have
Yeah,
I have a lot of kids
Who's gonna
DVDs.
use Windows 95?
Well, you know some of the idiots that break their computers. But now I'm leaving. so I
See,
don't need-
this is now I'm remembering this now. There's always justification.
And
No,
that's
no,
that's the
at this
start
point,
of the
I'm
issue.
leaving. So any of the people that I know would need that because they're gonna call me.
Nobody. I'm telling you now. Nobody needs it.
When's the last time you used it?
No, it's
Actually,
still in
don't even
the
wanna
it's still
hear
in the
this a
shrink
lie.
wrap.
Oh.
It's
Hold
in the
on,
shrink
hold on.
It
wrap.
is a lie.
The last time that I used it, I actually gave it to Infinity. He was trying to get one of his parents' old computers up and running, and he didn't have a 98 disk. I was like, I got these old 95s. Here you go. And he
Wait, how
installed
many
one of
did
those
you keep?
95s.
How many did you have?
Oh, I had like 20 of them back in the day, and I'm down to one. Actually,
you
I'm down
literally
to
just
0.
made the case for hoarding.
When I say back in the day, that was back when we first got them. Shit, I sold half of them to people back then.
Listen, all right.
I don't have any of them now.
Hold on. What year was that? 1900. We're talking 1996, right?
1995.
That was last century.
1996.
Yeah.
All right.
That was
so
a
hold
century ago.
I have no idea what the question was.
Terrence, you and I, probably around 10 years ago when I married Renee, is when we probably quit hanging out on a regular basis. You weren't hanging out with Infinity yet. So we're only talking a 10-year. Nah, don't even. You're only talking about a 10-year window that you gave something to Infinity to. So you kept that for over. I mean,
dude, it wasn't a
say
big
for
deal.
yourself?
I mean, shit. It was what? The size of a phone, maybe? And a little pack? I have no idea what sound effect Tom was playing.
It's called sad trombone, if you want to look it up.
I don't have any of them anymore, so that's a
All right.
benefit.
And we're not picking on you. It's just
was a
we're
month
helping.
ago.
We're trying to help. We're here to help.
I found a way to put all the operating systems I would ever need on a thumb drive, on a bootable thumb drive.
You know,
So
Windows
it's
11
every
is free,
system.
I think, right? Windows 11 is free now.
One of my systems.
Yeah, you
doesn't
can't get it on
allow
every.
it?
You can't get it on everyone, so it's not free.
Because I think the motherboard I have on this rig doesn't allow hyper-threading.
I mean, you can download it for free,
Adjusted
but
the BIOS
it's
to
not
allow
compatible.
hyper-threading.
All that old stuff's got to go. It's got to
Oh,
go.
trust me.
All them motherboards.
I mean, the difference is I can put all the stuff that I might be hoarding into one small box. Just saying.
I can tell you. So,
I
Joey,
don't even want to hear it.
you know what? Then you won't hear it. You won't hear it, sir.
Fine, sir.
hey,
Good day,
So-
sir.
are we gonna? Are we just gonna do this once a week? Is this gonna be a once a week thing?
Monday nights.
Just
Yeah,
Monday
no.
nights?
Yeah, we can do another one.
Oh, but if you want to do spin-offs like I've been, it's mostly for technical practice, like these side hustles that we're doing on my Merge channel. Obviously, I didn't get something right going into today. I mean, but our live stream yesterday was good, and my brother has like I would probably say not the greatest new computer, and Terrence is probably mid-level. I had to switch my laptop. My 2018 MacBook Pro was struggling with keeping our lips in sync, so now I'm on the MacBook Pro M1 Max.
Oh, nice.
Because I mean, but I was still surprised it was struggling a few minutes, right before we were
Give me
starting.
all your links so we can put it in the description, so we can point people to any channels that evolve or sprout out from here as well.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I think I wanna do one. I think I'm gonna do another one as well. Something wrapped around my my daily posts. Maybe more micro content. I enjoy doing this though.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's fun. I mean, look at
Got a
us
lot
now.
of
We're
money
at
into it,
90
so now-
minutes. We're at an hour and a half. The one Terrence and I did one like a week ago, and it went over 3 hours. I mean, it's
can't
just
believe
banter.
that.
Yeah,
it's
I'm not
just
staying up
it's
because I
just
gotta go to
it's just
bed.
banter. But yeah, no, I was thinking hour and a half's probably good.
Yeah, I mean,
You
if
know?
it's flowing, I'm with you there.
I was thinking about this earlier today about us getting together weekly. It's going to come to a point though where especially with some things coming up in the headlines and elections coming up, we might I don't know, we're going to be straddling across some other things that
And I'm
Start
okay with
talking
that.
about some serious topics. Is that what
That
you're
type-
saying?
that
I
type
will
of
never be
stuff.
serious.
Why not? We could do that.
No, I just said I would never. I don't take a lot of those things that serious. Like a lot of people take things way, way more serious.
Look, I would anticipate that our political opinions probably range from some of us probably care about it a little bit more than others, but I'd be willing to bet we all have some type of opinion on it.
And very, very minimum.
I mean,
I'll put it this way: it was kind of like when I left the club, and then I realized the reason why I left the club wasn't that important in comparison to the rest of my life. Everything else in my life, it was just like that was a BS reason to leave something that I started that I missed. But I was petty, and I was petty, and I wanted to make a point. So a lot with politics is I feel the same way, unless it's something that has to do with like my immediate future. Like, all right, you can no longer open carry guns in Arizona. You can only have 10 rounds. Shit like that. That makes an immediate difference.
But there is shit like that going on. There's shit like that going on.
Oh, there's real topics happening right now that's along that lines that you may not care about that topic, but there's a topic out there floating around right now that a lot of people care about.
Then you guys will have
I'm very passionate about this topic.
Schmushmortion.
I'll be the guy that doesn't know anything, and you guys got to sell me on your points.
Nah, there's no I don't see it as selling. Like the reason I got into this, like my channel, my Murd channel, I actually started that off last.
Murd, by the way.
The Murd, it's just short for Murdoch.
Yeah, it's his nickname.
I absolutely 100% should have known
that's
the
my
answer
name.
to that already.
Right.
That's my name. But there was like I knew that like all of the mainstream news, no matter what it is, if it's big corporate media, they had some agenda they were trying to sell you on, whether it's Fox
Absolutely.
or CNN or who. They always have a spin to the story. And in the old days, it used to just be like, you know what, tell us what happened and then leave it at that. Tell us what happened, leave it at that. And then it got to some point where it's like they started telling us their interpretation of what happened, right, how we should feel about it. And then it just got to like, and honestly, I was blinded by that even as late as the George Floyd situation. Like I was still like brainwashed, I guess, and just not
honestly,
seeing.
I think you're if you my observation now is if you want to get a better source for news, you're better watching local news than you are watching any kind of national news.
Yeah, local news is usually
local news. They got 30 minutes. They got to tell you a story, and they got to move on to the next story. Like they don't have.
And they ain't got commentators too, like all these guys like Tucker and everybody that's given opinions. They're
Lemon.
just Don Lemon, French guy, but local news is good. Plus you're gonna get your weather and traffic. Don't forget about that. And
as you stay at home. Well, you
weather.
guys need weather though.
We need weather out here. Yeah, we got to know when to lock things down.
There's a tornado around the corner.
Because we've had heavy winds for days now.
They have loud sirens for that,
Yeah, we got sirens.
Yeah, we could get in. We could definitely get into.
I mean, we'll definitely disagree on stuff, so that's not a bad thing.
No.
I think that makes for
I've gotten
good
to a
viewing.
Point, you guys probably remember a day and time where I tried to sell everybody on my view on whatever topic on social. Damn
the man, save the empire.
Yeah, I don't engage in that stuff anymore. Doesn't mean that I don't pay attention to it.
Right.
To the same level, but I think there was just a realization to me that spouting off about it on social media, it number one, it really doesn't make you feel better. You think it does in the moment. It doesn't. And one of two things ends up happening. You're either speaking in an echo chamber where everybody's just parroting whatever you say because they think like you, and you're not really gaining anything from that anyways, other than
Or they don't know.
affirmation that your opinion is right. Or you'll get that one person that has a differing opinion from you, and you'll get into some sort of internet argument where you're going to want to go and beat them up in real life, and that's never going to happen because more people are tougher behind the keyboard than they are in face-to-face interactions. So, and then the inevitable, well, you might as well just unfriend me. No, you unfriend me, and then neither of you unfriend each other, and you just go along hating each other. No, I mean, listen, there was a point in time where it was that serious, and I was miserable. I was absolutely miserable doing it.
I remember you wrote about it.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of the reason that I do what I do every day when I get up, is to avoid that misery right there. The news doesn't show up. Anybody that talks politics and puts that stuff on, I instantly unfollow. I don't even care what side of the aisle you're on. I'm not listening to it.
Okay.
90% of what you say is you're just regurgitating somebody else's opinion.
Yeah,
You have no real opinion.
I'm with you there.
So AK versus AR-15. Opinions, go.
We gotta wrap this up because I gotta hit the hay.
Yeah, ditto. I'm old, and you guys are 2 hours ahead of me, and I'm old.
Yep.
You're
Well,
older
we
than
can
me
save
by
this
2 hours.
topic. It's a good topic.
Yeah.
Put it down on the note board.
Put it on the whiteboard.
You're the only one with the whiteboard, dude.
Well, you can get a
I thought you
whiteboard.
had one. I thought you had one hoarded. All right.
Oh.
No.
Emotional damage.
I have
Play it.
my little notepad here. That was my one question. Where do you down? My question is, where are you down? The emotional damage I get, the stepbro one, like you actually went and sought that out. That's the strange.
I got a bunch of them. I got like 50 sound clips, but
Yeah,
I
you
didn't
can
have
go to
time.
Soundbite sites and they have all
because I didn't have time to load them all up on the Stream Deck. So this
what
is
are
how
we
I'm
gonna-
switching our scenes, and I'm playing the sound effects here.
Okay.
See, and like, look at the, so here's the subscribe. So if you watch the YouTube feed, you'll see the subscribe stuff pop up at the top. So I got a button for
which is
that.
important. Do that. Hit it now.
I just did.
Everybody subscribe, please. If you've made it this far, like I say every week,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Just subscribe.
If you listen to our talk about Tom peeing while
Chocolate
sitting
pudding?
down, and
Oh damn! Look at that. Now I can actually see the live chat.
That's good content, though.
I mean, we're gonna find out. Either we're gonna grow in subscribers or we're gonna decrease in subscribers.
Yeah, we've gone
there's
late enough
only
tonight
grow.
that I'm not even gonna edit anything till the morning.
Well, by then we could have gone viral.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
so Joey, did you ever work at Pizza Hut?
No.
Okay. I just read the description. I was like, all right,
Nope.
that in there.
But yeah, I never lived in Sierra Vista.
Well, I know that, but you could have worked at Pizza anywhere. It's a
Oh
national
no, I've never. So at that age, when
It's a
you guys
national
we
thing?
gotta go. But at
All
that
right.
age, I was working on fishing boats.
Thanks for tuning in, you guys.
Hold on. We got one more thing there was one thing that hasn't been mentioned tonight that's been mentioned on every single episode so far.
Which is
Joey's best friend from high school.
But don't even go there.
You got
Look.
to.
It's
One
after
day
high
he's going to
school.
show up. He's going to show
It
up.
was
on
after
here.
high school.
Who is it?
I don't know.
One day, Bobby will leave a comment.
oh, are you trying to hunt down your best friend from high school through
Bobby Lee.
they're producing a thing here? Oh,
And like I say every week, what do I say after the fact? Probably doesn't even remember me.
I bet he does.
You never know.
so final tip for the Trekkies: Khan is actually named after the guy that created it. Star Trek. Served in the military, became best friends with a dude whose name was Kim Noon Singh. So he named Khan. That's why Khan is named that. He produced that character. Said maybe one day he will see the show and reach out to me, and he never did.
Mm.
And then people were like, "Well, maybe you just got the name wrong."
We
That
never know.
sucks. We'll catch you guys next Monday night on Enough to Be Dangerous. Don't forget, subscribe, hit that like button.